Hey, folks, and welcome to Drinking Alone with Friends, a podcast where three friends drink alone together. My name's Chris.
What up? It's Tud.
And Happy New Year. I'm Obert.
Feliz Navidad.
No, that was last year.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Welcome back.
Something in Spanish. Feliz Navidad.
That was the New Year part, is what you skipped over.
No, I want to wish... Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Espero año y felicidad.
There we go. Chris has got it.
Oh, man. Yes. Oh, well, Happy New Year's. Yes, Happy New Year. Hopefully you have set and have stuck to your New Year's resolutions. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions that you want to share with the class?
Just keep doing the same awesome stuff I've been doing, pretty much. That's it.
Keep on
Just keep
trucking.
doing. Make no improvements upon my life is kind of where I'm at.
Stay the same level of greatness. And
If I could have a weekly call with my friends every week, like on Monday, talk to them for like an hour or two straight, that'd be a good habit to get into for the new year, I think.
we should, you should start that.
Yeah.
Do I have some good news for you?
How about you, Chris, Mr. New Year's resolution pusher?
Not really, honestly. Like,
Oh, that was just your intro. Okay.
that was just, yeah. I was hoping it was going to be, some comedic gold, etc. But nothing too crazy. A lot of stuff is content creation oriented, but also like doing better at life. So that too.
That's a good goal. I've heard that doing better at life is something that you want to do.
It improves your life, from what I hear. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really haven't been able to do it yet. Obviously,
I don't know.
what if
I
you-
heard about one guy who did better at life, and then one day he got hit by a bus. So
Ooh, that's true. That's true.
not all it's cracked up to be.
Or what if you do try to do better at life and then you fail and then your life actually gets worse?
I don't think I thought about I think I focused too much on the doing better. I didn't think failure was an option. So,
I heard about a guy who was doing really bad at life and then won the lottery.
ooh, that sounds better.
Yeah. I think you should
That
try doing
sounds
really bad at
easier.
life.
Huh? That sounds easier than my plan. So maybe that's the tickets right there.
Didn't think about that one.
No, I didn't. It didn't dawn on me. But yeah. How was y'all's trips? You guys all traveling around the world, aren't you?
Yeah, missed you guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
We had some time off, for Tud and I traveling. Him to Mexico, me to Connecticut.
Right. Yeah, I went down to Mexico to get away from Obert and the cold.
Right.
And then Obert
Right.
tried to chase me and come to Connecticut, but I ran away from him there. We're playing a big, giant game of tag, because the last time I saw him, I slapped him on the head and said, "You're it," and ran away.
And I'm still trying to hunt him down. I made the mistake of telling him I was coming for him.
Yeah, it's a
Last
classic
time.
mistake.
Yeah.
That's what happens. That's how good I am at tag, that I like to stay away, and you're just so bad at tag that you announce that you're about to tag me.
Exactly.
I am going to tag you.
I learned something important, and that is if I'm booking a flight out of Hartford at 6 a.m, make sure that Tud is going to be home the night before I book that flight. Because that's the only way to make that flight tolerable, is to stay up with him drinking until 4 a.m. and then go to the airport.
Yeah. on my flight, we woke up at 3 a.m. to make this flight at 6 a.m. I woke up at 3:30. My wife decided that she wanted to wake up at 3. It did not work out very well for her. Because that's way too early. But yes, I do recommend, if you're flying into Connecticut, to drink with me until 4 a.m. Then I can tag you again on the way out the door.
Yeah, that's gotten me every time, to be honest. But in beer-related travel adventures, I did manage to drink a lot of great New England beers, specifically New England IPAs, in my travels. I got a case of Treehouse, and there was probably like 8 different beers in there, but we all know that they're kind of more or less the same thing, which I am pretty happy with. All Treehouse IPAs are incredible, but I finally made it to 12%.
There you
Nice.
go.
Okay.
Cool spot that I got I had a couple beers. I think I had a Hoof Hearted and a
I think it's a Who Farted.
yeah. I'm not playing into their gimmick, and I'm pronouncing it more phonetically than they want me to. And I got some Wandering into the Fog, which, as we all remember, was the best beer I had in the year 2020.
It is still really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was cool to check that place out. And I also was lucky enough to visit one of Tud's favorite breweries, Alvarium. He gave us the Cluster Nutter. I had some of that. Excellent beer still. Excellent beer. I had their Honey Spot IPA, which I think it's really hard to make an IPA with honey, but they did an amazing job. That one's really good.
It's a really good IPA. It's delicious.
Yeah, 8%, delicious. Can't go wrong with that one. And then a couple of their sours. They had a blueberry crumble. They had a really good coconut stout as well. Honestly, everything I tried from Alvarium, all, over fours, I think, was fair to say. They were all really good.
Nice.
Yeah. What was your favorite beer out of all the beers that you had?
That's a good question, because I probably had, 25 or 30 different beers. Man, probably the Juice Machine from Treehouse.
Okay.
Wasn't expecting it to be that. I was kind of knocking Treehouse saying that all their IPAs taste the same. But that one really is a cut above. It was really tasty. I really like that one, for sure.
That's good. I mean, with a name like Juice Machine, I don't know what you were expecting it to be, but apparently
I was expecting it to be just
juicy.
like another Treehouse beer, and it was more than another Treehouse beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your favorite Connecticut beer that you had?
I have it in the fridge. It was this beer from Timber Ales, the Chasing Darkness. That was another 12% one.
I had that. That's really good.
Yeah, which is it's a coconut, pecan, vanilla bean, coffee, cacao nib imperial stout.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah, and I think part of it was because that was so different than the other beers I mentioned. But honestly, like all the Alvarium ones also knocked it out of the park. I think you gave us like some of the specialty cluster nutter ones, like King Cluster or whatever.
Yeah.
I wish I had tried more of that because the original cluster nutter was just so good. I wanted to try some of their variants. But yeah, I definitely got a lot of good beer drinking in on my time back east for sure.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
I actually had the opportunity to do some beer drinking with a listener of the pod.
Oh yeah,
which was pretty cool. So
was it your wife?
No, she doesn't listen.
We know she doesn't listen.
Or she listens too late. No, actually, one of our, I think, oldest listeners. His name's Brandon at Craft Handler on Instagram. He posted a story randomly the other week and was like, "Oh, any fun places to go while in Charlotte?" And I was like, "I know where that is." Like, I was like, "Are you gonna be there?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there all weekend." Of course, I work the weekends, but we were able to meet up for a beer and beer too, and hang out and talk for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I had a blast. It was a ton of fun. It was so much fun. So, Brandon, if you're listening, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with an old man at a brewery. But we were
able being one of our longest supporters, by the way.
That too. Yeah, that too. But it was a ton of fun. He is a beer historian, so he said if we ever need a beer historian on the pod, he would be down to come on. So
is he also the podcast historian that we were looking for? Because we need one of those too.
You know what? Listen, history, it's all a thing.
We are part of beer, so therefore he should be a historian of us.
We have a history. I mean,
that's a good point.
I feel like he's hired.
By the way, it's not paid. You just have to do it.
It's an internship.
Yeah,
you have to
hired is in quotes.
No, it's HIGHERED.
Oh, got him with the homonym.
Oh man. But yeah, so that was a ton of fun. And actually, we went to. I know Tud, me and you tried to go to Wooden Robot that one time. But you had to catch a flight. We didn't have enough time. I also had.
Listen,
had
if Obert could drink till 4 a.m. with me, we could have gone to Wooden Robot.
I also had child. That's a different thing. But I was able to take away a crowler from there as well, which is what I want to lead off with on the pod because it is very big.
Enough talking, more drinking.
Yeah, all this talking about beer has made me want the beer.
It's beer 30, and I'm thirsty. I've been working like a dog all week long, so maybe something cold won't hurt me. 'Cause it's beer 30, and it's time to party. Yeah, baby.
Yes, children. All right, so I have here a giant crowler from the Wooden Robot, which I enjoy their logo. I think it's pretty neat. It's like a barrel robot in kind of looks like, what's his name? Zoidberg from Bender. That's the one.
I didn't get it at all. Like, that doesn't look anything like Zoidberg. Not realizing what you were trying to say. Definitely a fail on my part.
From the show. The robot from the show. Except it's a barrel and not metal. Holding
it's a wooden robot.
It is a wooden robot, yes. And this was their Juice Island IPA. So 7%. Yeah, it was neat lame. The beer there, I was pleasantly surprised. I don't think I've ever really had anything from them, but I really enjoyed it. And so this was one of the standouts that I decided to take away. I don't think I rated anything from on Untappd yesterday. I was too caught up trying to have conversations to use the Untappd machine. I know, I'm getting old. But there it is. Well, no, it's not that bad. Just
it's the downfall of crowlers. I always say that they fill them up too much. Every time you pop a crowler, you get covered in beer. It happens every single time I get a crowler.
Really? I don't know if I've ever really noticed, but definitely the resting beer is above the lid. So I don't know how
it means there's no air in there, so that's always good.
That is true.
Yeah, but that's why they blow the CO2 in there first. Then you're supposed to leave it and leave like a smidge. I'm just asking for a penny's worth of air.
Let the record state on episode 169 of Drinking Alone with Friends, Tud asked for less beer.
By the way,
give me less beer.
Nice. It's 169.
I know.
B.
Nice.
I'm not asking for. It's not much less beer. I'm gonna end up wearing it if you don't take it away. So I just don't want to be wearing my beer because then I have to change my shirt.
Okay, let's compromise. Same amount of beer, just a very, very slightly bigger can.
Perfect. You know what? I'm good with it. Make it a
32.05.
Yeah.
Ounce can. Oh man. So I actually had an issue pouring it too. So apparently I don't know how to crowel.
Surprise, surprise.
It dribbled down the can. Can. But yeah, we had a big frothy head on that right now. So Wooden Robot was one of the ones that I had not made it to prior to the other day. It's a pretty nice space. They have TVs, they have an outdoor space, and considering it was 70 degrees the other day, it was a nice day to be outside. It's pretty cool little spot. So I had a flight. Everything was pretty good. There was sour IPA. There's a couple other things. But this was one that I really enjoyed. I wanted to bring it here and share it with you guys. So here we go. I'm going to drink through the head. And here we go. Juice Island from Wooden Robot.
Titties beer. Just the thing to get you grinning ear to ear. Whether you're from the country or the big old city. One thing for sure, everybody loves titties.
Yep, that's fitting. So honestly, this is I don't know if it just aged in the crowler over the last day, but it actually seems it's better than I remember it being.
So it's the beer that changed, not your mental state after how many beers you had.
Yeah, the beer is the beer is can aged, for 28 hours or however long it was. So yeah, it's way. I remember it having a bit of a bite, or I'm confusing it with one of the other beers. Also a possibility. But I remember it having a bit more of a bitterness to it, which is not really present right now. You can see it's a nice, beautiful color. It's like a picturesque beer. It's beautiful, a little bit light orangey yellow color.
Yeah, it looks like slightly filtered, but like not fully filtered. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, you can it's definitely
like Fanta.
not filtered. It's not filtered. But you can definitely, I don't know. It's lighter, yeah. But it's nice, and it's got some nice tropical fruits. There is a hint of that bitterness that I was remembering at the beginning, but it does mellow out very, very quickly. It gets some tropical fruit, sweetens up a smidge, and nice, easy finish. It's only 7% alcohol, so I wasn't expecting like anything super boozy or crazy. But you get hit, just like I said, a tiny bit of bitterness, nothing too crazy, and then it really sweetens up, gets those tropical fruit flavors. It's very nice, very easy drinker for being 7%. I could see these being deadly. It's not too heavy, so you could probably drink a decent amount, say 32 ounces.
Like a whole crowler?
32.05 ounces. But it's really good. So I'm very impressed. This was, I guess, they're like more staple. They had some other like more off the wall things that I tried, including they had a Berliner Weiss cobbler beer. They had a sour IPA, which was pretty solid. I haven't seen a sour IPA in a while. That was the first one I've seen in a while. But this was like their go-to hazy IPA, and it lives up to the hype. It is really good.
So this is a mainstay for them. This is not a rotational beer.
It didn't seem to be. No. Yeah. I didn't
Is
really
it their
get to
flagship?
That I don't know. I don't know if it's their flagship or if it's just one that they always have on tap. But I talked to the bartender just a smidge, and this was the one she had recommended. I had it on my flight, and then I was like, is there anything else you recommend? They had like a DDH Citra beer, which I also tried, but this was better than that, I thought. So, yeah, it's a solid beer. I'm going to give it... Do one more. I think I know what I want to give it, but I'm going to give it a a high 4. I think is what I'm going to land at.
4.2, rounded down.
4.15 maybe. I mean, it was it's very good. Like it's a solid beer. Maybe like a little bit more like of fruit or something. I'm not sure what to make it better, but yeah, it's a solid beer. It's very solid. It's like nothing is wrong with it, but it's not perfect.
It's good, just not great.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, but what about how many check-ins are on Untapped? That's the question, because this is so whiteboard, wipe clean, like
2022. This should be your New Year's resolution, Chris.
This should be 2022.
52
back
tally
on the
marks
board.
this year.
Yeah. 22 back on the board.
So there's 1,210 check-ins on Untapped.
Okay. I think they're going to be right around me. I think they're going to be right around that 4 area, maybe a little bit higher, not too much. I don't know what the hype is. There's decent hype around Wooden Robot. I think there was a couple years ago that was some hype. So, I think there's going to be a little bit of hype to it. I'm going to say it's a 4.06. 4.06.
A little lower, 3.91.
Okay, all right. I can see that.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well,
You're still on the board.
So you guys would be terrible people if you ruined my New Year's resolution on the first episode of the new year. Like, you don't want to do that to me.
That's
right?
life.
Like,
That's life.
You don't want to do that to me. You can't. It's impossible. So put it on the board.
So looking at the number of check-ins on here, it doesn't seem like it's that's a mainstay. Put it that way.
Okay.
Their Good Morning Vietnam has 13,000.
Oh wow.
What He's Having IPA has 11,000.
I had the What He's Having IPA. I thought this was better than the What He's Having, but
Yeah, Untapped agrees with you.
okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's good to know. And I don't know what was. I don't think I had the other one you had mentioned. So, like I said, I did a bad job with Untapped yesterday, but.
It's a 5% blonde, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If I saw that on a board, I probably wouldn't.
But 4.06, so.
Okay. All right.
Does seem to be one of the higher rated beers on here.
That's interesting because I know that people have talked about it fondly, so I don't know if it's just like
Yeah, I don't want to diss Wooden Robot, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like Tud of all the breweries in Charlotte that you could have missed that this is like the one that got away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the guys who kidnapped me, as is the famous story, they told me that Wooden Robot was one of the places to go, along with Resident Culture and Divine Barrel. And we had already known that Divine Barrel was a thing. We didn't know about Resident Culture, and we didn't know about Wooden Robot. And so I just made the choice of the one that was going to be closer to where the airport was, which was Wooden Robot. It's clearly we obviously know Resident Culture is, the king of
Phenomenal.
Of Charlotte when it comes to IPAs, and then you got Divine Barrel, which is the king of all the weird shit.
Pancake beers.
Yeah. And then, so, I mean, it's good that we finally got to try Wooden Robot. I mean, I'd still like to go check it out. Maybe next time I'm down in Charlotte, I can convince Chris to bring us around to all the breweries. And by us, I mean me and you, Obert. Chris is going to be our DD, and we're going to go drink.
Yeah.
Because that is tradition. I mean, it is his home. It is his home state. That's kind of what happens when you're in somebody else's home state. They have to drive.
I'm going to remember this next time I'm back in Connecticut. So.
Listen, I'll gladly pay for the Uber too. Remember, I live central to everything.
Oh, you see, now the rules are changing. First you had to drive, now you can buy us an Uber?
Well, Chris could buy us an Uber too.
Okay.
I mean, I have kids to drive. Like, you're forgetting
That's
this.
true.
Like,
That's true.
You even have one for each pedal. So
Who does the steering out of those two?
One works the pedals, one does the steering, I think is maybe the right way to do it.
I think that's how it works out in like every single baby drives a car movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get the
Rugrats definitely
attached
did
to
it.
their feet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Well, yep. I think that's right. Yep. So yeah, we'll be fine. We will be fine. No issues driving over here. So, oh man. But there you go. That's Wooden Robot. We've done it, boys. We've made it. And but who wants to go next? Who's next most thirsty?
I think I'm medium thirstiest of the pod. I think that's fair to say. And I have a New England beer that I'm excited to bring on the show. I don't know, Tud, you've reviewed these guys before, I believe. No.
Never.
Maybe
I don't know
I
who it
did.
is, so I'm just saying.
You don't know who it is. Okay. It's 4 Quarters Brewing, LLC, according to the can. But
No, I've never
This
had
is-
them. They're out of Vermont, right?
yes, this is their Space Face double IPA Citra Simcoe Mosaic out of Winooski, Vermont.
Yeah, I believe that you've reviewed this before because friend of the podcast Ben goes up there at like the end of like the fall or something like that, and he always brings some back, but he's never given me one. So,
Okay, so
I don't
maybe
know
I
if that
was the one
says
who
about
had-
me or about Ben, but I'm not allowed to have any.
Well, yeah, maybe I'm the one who's had 4 Quarters on the podcast before, and I had to trade him some Treehouse beers for this one, so it was
Okay.
not just a gimme. This was earned. I earned this beer. But yeah, it's a cool guy with a space suit on with like a David Bowie painted lightning strike over the helmet, floating above the earth. And their logo is 3 faces of the moon, which is cool. So it's like got like a quarter moon, a full moon, and then the other quarter moon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's where 4 Quarters comes from, I guess. Maybe there's like probably a new moon in there too, but you can't see it because it's all.
Well, I was
black.
going to say, yeah. You showed 3 quarters, and it's called 4 quarters. So what's the other quarter? The dark side of the moon, maybe. Maybe one's dark.
I don't know, but we got the waning quarter, a full moon, a waxing quarter. I don't know. Do the math. Maybe that adds up to 4. But enough about moon phases. Let's crack this sucker open. Ooh, solid crack for a beer canned on June 28th. But we'll see if it holds up. Ooh, it pours that really, really bright, light yellow that you sometimes get with those nice New England IPAs, and
Ooh, yeah.
super hazy. This looks amazing.
That is definitely
That's a good
hazier
one.
than my beer. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And not picture this week, but I did end up with a Christmas present. I got a Treehouse snifter. So I've been finally have something a little bit more appropriate to drink those more heady beers in. That nice little goblet that they have.
Did you spend the $8 and get the special one from the tap room?
It was a gift, so it was $0. I didn't go to Treehouse, unfortunately. Yeah, my shout out to my parents who picked the beer up and a pint glass for me. So
Oh, neat.
yeah, they went there. So they okay. Quick aside before I drink this beer, they always go up to Massachusetts to go to a liquor store called Yankee Wine and Spirits. That's like basically.
I spent a lot of money there. It's like Toys R Us for beer and wine.
Yeah, it's like a total wine mecca of alcohol, and I guess the taxes are cheaper or something. I don't know, but they are right down the road from Treehouse, and my parents had never been to Treehouse before, so I was like, "Hey, next time you're going up there, I'll order some beer. You can pick it up." And they got there and they called me and they're like, "This place is incredible." I'm like, "Yeah, like, we had no idea this was here. We're definitely gonna stop here from now on." So they had a good time. It sounded like they had a similar time to what you described, except they were able to order a beer from the counter. They didn't have to order it online.
Oh, I mean, I think you probably could have ordered it from the counter, but it's not Linehouse, it's Treehouse, and I just wanted to order it from my phone.
I want to order it from a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna dig into the space face here.
Oh, what is the malted liquor? What gets you drunker quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer! Can't get enough of it. Beer! How we really love it. Beer! Makes me think I'm a man.
Very tasty. A lot of those light-colored citruses, like lemon, ruby red grapefruit, something in that orange tangerine family. Yeah, delicious, bright citrus. More bitter than I was expecting. And I think part of that might be the age of this. I can kind of feel like some of those lingering hop notes. I'm getting more of the harsher malts coming through, whereas like the aftertaste of the hops gets a little cut off. But it's really good if you just keep sipping. You don't let the aftertaste come. It's all taste. No, this is a very good IPA. I've been so spoiled with these amazing New England IPAs that I just I don't know. Maybe I have higher standards now. All my Montana beers are going to be back in the 3 1/4s.
You're going to have to move back to Connecticut.
Mm-hmm. Or at least get some beer shipped. I don't know.
Nah, it's easier.
No, it's probably good. As we've said before, it's probably better for my liver and my wallet that it's harder to get these good beers.
Right.
Yeah. The more I drink it, the more I'm like a little. You can definitely taste the age in this. This beer was not meant to be drank 6 months after it was canned. Meant to be drank 6 hours after it was canned. But even still, this is a very good IPA, and it makes it hard to rate. You know what I mean? Where you're like, this. I feel like this is not fair to rate this beer.
Right.
Alas, though, we are a beer podcast.
We are a beer
have to rate them.
podcast. We have to rate them. And I think that being said, I'm going to rate this a little higher. I'm gonna rate it a little higher than I would if this was how it tasted and it was a fresh can. Does that make sense? Like if I bought this and it was fresh and tasted like this, I wouldn't rate it as high as I'm going to now. It's gonna be 4 1/4.
Okay.
Good IPA.
Right.
Very good IPA.
Nice.
The Citra Simcoe Mosaic combo is working very well for me in this beer. You really can't go wrong when you have those three.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a solid lineup.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit different for you, Obert, because there's a lot of check-ins to this beer, and I know that that's very rare for you. So let's see how you do on guessing. But out of 5,358 check-ins, what did Untappd rate this?
I was expecting 5 digits when you let off with that.
Yeah.
I was expecting tens of thousands.
I think it's been
62,000.
I think it's been at least 20 episodes since you've had a beer that's had like over 200 check-ins.
Oh, I'm sure we could find some out there, but yeah, it's been a little bit. Oh, I think they have some hot pipe 4 quarters. I think this is going to be a well-regarded beer. I'm going to say a 4.10.
Close. 4.14.
Damn. That is close.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. Next year,
Ruin it.
2023.
2023 is my year, baby.
Year.
I'm running 2023. They call me Mr.
But you know what that
23.
means? I mean, Tud hasn't gone yet. Anything could happen. But this
True.
could be my year. This could be my year.
Oh
guys.
no! No, you can't
I
take
could
my
run the
resolution.
New resolution. Stealing Chris's resolution.
Gosh darn it!
Yeah,
Oh,
just this
man.
whole board is going to be filled up with tally marks.
Oh man, I thought I was gonna be able to finally pull away from Ober. I don't know. It doesn't look
But
like a
nothing's set in stone yet. So what am I, 0.03 off?
0.04. 04. Dang.
Well, I got to say, thanks to 4 quarters for making it easy by making such a good beer. They brew some tasty stuff. I also like that their barcode is the shape of the state of Vermont. That's a fun little.
That is neat. Oh, and
And look, you can see on
Yeah.
the side that there is a new moon and the 4 quarters.
See, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just noticed the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
So,
That's cool. That's a cool logo. I like that.
yeah, they do a good job. I'd love to go there sometime, but it's hard when I make it back east for such a short amount of time to spend the time to go up to Vermont. you
Right.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the same thing when we went up for. Granted, we were up for 2 weeks, but like getting up there and it's like 6 hours of driving there and back. It's an ordeal. It's an ordeal. So plus children.
This is why I don't go up there that often. I wish I did.
I only live 90 minutes from Asheville, and I haven't been since your bachelor party. I think
Isn't that such a crime?
it is.
I don't know.
It is such a crime.
I don't know.
It is such a crime. I want to go. I'm itching to go. I think this year we're gonna make it happen a couple times. So,
Well,
but
if you do, there's a postage box with my name on it for sure.
Right to me, stickly.
Yeah, exactly. But okay, for our least thirsty co-host of the pod,
That'd be me.
Tud, what do we got?
All right, so for me this week, I am doing, unlike my 2 esteemed co-hosts here, who we kind of all talked about possibly doing this, and then they all kind of left me in the dust. But you know what? For me, I'm going to be strong, and I'm going to say I'm still doing it. It is Sobuary. So I will be drinking non-alcoholic beverages the whole month long.
I thought Sobuary was February.
Nope, Sobuary is January. It's to start your New Year's resolution off strong.
Well, okay. I thought last year you did it in February, and we were joking because it was only 28 days.
No, I think that's what you guys said I should do.
Okay, gotcha. Well, because it's not January,
It's true. I think this was the same joke you used last year.
I don't know. I'll have to, craft handler, let us know.
Roll back. Yeah.
Roll back the tape.
Yeah, that's true. That's our historian. This is our first request of you.
Don't let us down in your unpaid internship.
Right? Yeah, you don't want to get fired for
from a job you were never really hired for. Let's be real.
right.
I have not accepted.
No, he accepted, and we did hire him, but he accepted on the basis of being free. Remember, we do the whole 3 count thing, and if we don't hear an answer, that's a yes. And
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, you're still the historian.
So what do you have for January?
So this week, I'm starting off with a local Connecticut non-alcoholic beer, and it's Athletic Brewing Company out of Stratford, Connecticut, and it's their non-alcoholic beer entitled Run Wild. It contains less than 0.5% alcohol by volume, and as we know from our Hairless Dog episode, that the reason that is the way these are brewed is they brew an alcoholic beer and then pull the alcohol out, which unlike Hairless Dog, which brews regularly and this never ferments. So that's the big difference between this and a Hairless Dog.
This isn't going to make it in the podcast, but I'm glad that we didn't do it because this is the only non-alcoholic beer that I have too. So, I'm glad that you get to review it.
So
anyway, resume.
Yeah, no. So it's a 12-ounce can. It says the ingredients are water, organic barley, hops, and yeast, as opposed to that non-organic barley. It's 70 calories, and it actually even gives me the carbohydrates, the protein, and the fat. So there's no protein, so it can't get swole. 14 carbs and 1 gram of fat. Hashtag not Sobuary.
These months are getting out of hand.
And then I knew this was a little bit old, so I wanted to see how old it was. And it's from, oh boy, it's from May of 2020.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
It's vintage.
This is
He didn't even use it last Sobuary. Like, he didn't even use it then.
yeah.
Oh, damn. All right.
No.
You know what?
Oof, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think one difference too is like regular beer, the alcohol will help kill anything that gets in there. This, who knows?
Right.
It's sitting around for 2 years.
Maybe it's fermented a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe it's super alcoholic now.
It's normal beer now. It's 5%. Okay. Let's see. It smells old.
Any head?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Head
there
stuck
you go.
around. It's pretty persistent. It looks like actual head on a real beer. It smells. You know what? It kind of smells kind of like how Hairless Dog's IPA smelled. It just smells like, it smells like it's got hops in it. Very piney, very earthy, more West Coasty. It's supposed to be an IPA. It's supposed to be a New England IPA, so it's not filtered. It kind of looks more similar to Chris's colored beer versus Obert's. I don't see anything floating in it, so that's a benefit. Let's dive on in. So it's not that bad. I expected it to be worse, I think, and it's not. It's very malty. It's got a nice piney resin to it. It tastes a little old. Obviously,
Wow,
that's
that's not surprising. It's more than a little old, but does it taste like an IPA?
No, I think it tastes more like a pale ale.
Old IPA?
It tastes more like a traditional style IPA or like a pale ale now, where it's just kind of, there's nothing really fruity to it. There's nothing really earthy. It's not super earthy. It's not super bitter. It's not super fruity. It's just it kind of tastes like a dumbed down torpedo. Like if you took all of the bitiness out of a torpedo.
Yeah, but like I feel like a torpedo is like a very hop intense IPA.
Yeah, but it's got that same like malt characteristic as a torpedo. Like it's
okay.
Or like
I got you.
like a Sierra Nevada pale ale where it's kind of got that you could tell it's made with good ingredients. It's brewed properly. It's got a good malt backbone. It kind of tastes. Hang on, let me go again.
It's the adjustment sip.
I'm so confused. I think the best way I described it is that it's kind of like a Sierra Nevada beer where all the alcohol is stripped out and where all the hoppiness is stripped out. It's got that backbone. So if it was like a Sierra Nevada, if they had like an ale, it'd kind of be like that.
Sounds pretty good, to be honest.
It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
not bad. It's not the best. I still, personally, I like the Hairless Dog beer better. I thought the Hairless Dog beer had a little bit more hop flavor to it, which if you're gonna brew a non-alcoholic IPA, like you want to make me not miss IPAs. That's the whole goal, right? So I'm still like I wouldn't miss beer by drinking this, but I still do like I'm not getting like the IPA scratch. So if you go into this, and maybe it's because this is 2.5 years old, but or 1.5 years old.
It's possible.
Month 20 was not kind to this beer.
But it does scratch the beer itch. It doesn't scratch the IPA itch.
I understand. Yeah. Now, peeking behind the curtain, maybe for some future episodes of your Sobuary, would you get more Athletic Brew beer, or are you more content? You're like, I still maybe have some hairless dogs. I'm all set.
No. I was thinking about doing one episode where I revisited the hairless dog beer after a few weeks of not drinking beer to see like what I thought about it when I'm that deep into Sobuary. But I will be trying other non-alcoholic beers during this Sobuary month, because I'll just go to Total Wine and I'll just make like a mixed 3-pack or something and do it like that. So there's potentially I could get another Athletic Brewing Company. It is local. I do like to support local breweries. I'd look around to see if anybody around me had a non-alcoholic beer, but I don't think anybody does. So possibly.
Maybe, you know what you should do? You should bring on is a seltzer from Treehouse. That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah.
It would be, but they don't can them.
Oh, it's really just for like on-site consumption. Interesting.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that when you mentioned them. I totally imagined that they were just like canned to go. So
Yeah, no, they were just on tap with the coffee.
Interesting.
So I think these guys are on Untapped. I'm assuming they are. Most non-alcoholic beers are. So I'm gonna give it a rating. I'm gonna say that it's not bad. It's not good. It's not bad. I'll give it a 3.5. Maybe 3.25. 3.25. I'm gonna 3.25. I think it's good. It's not great.
Yeah. And are you kind of trying, like me, mentally adjusting for the age of this beer, or?
No, I think.
Yeah.
I think like this beer that I have in my hand. If this was a beer with alcohol, I'd probably give it a 3.25. I'd probably say, it's good. It's not great. Would I be opposed to finishing a 4-pack of it? No, but I'd rather drink something else.
And which one was this again?
Run
This
Wild.
is Run Wild.
Well, it's got a big enough sample size.
Okay.
11,155 check-ins.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty stout.
For the can, I'm seeing 11,539 for the overall.
Oh, yep. My bad. I definitely read the can one.
No worries. I just want to make sure you were going to read the right
Nope.
number. So the important number.
I was not going to, so thank you. Thank you for that. And see, this is why we can't take weeks off. No weeks off.
I mean, I'm assuming Untapped's probably with me. 3.25-ish range, maybe a little bit higher because most people are probably drinking these fresh, not 20 months in.
Well, you don't want to assume,
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to assume either. I mean, maybe they just have them in the fridge for whenever somebody's like, you know what? I'd like a beer, but I don't want a booze beer.
The one in my fridge has been there forever because I never reached for a non-alcoholic beer.
So I mean, I don't know, 3.35.
Ooh,
very close.
very close. Not
Three.
Close enough to steal it away, though.
No, not. Red Hot Obert Summer continues, but 3.40.
Oh, come on, 0.01, and I could have tied you. That would have been great. Chris would have been so pissed.
Good match.
Because we both would have gotten a tally and stolen his.
No, then neither one would have counted.
But-
Actually, it
and,
goes to the person that didn't tie.
Yeah, weird.
It's weird how that works.
One tie, Chris wins.
No, then it's different again. No, Obert's still on a roll. Obert is on a roll. He's like butter.
Okay, so with that, I believe it's time to transition to our Frosty Mug of Wisdom, where we tell you all the things that we got for Christmas and are excited about. But before we do that, Jordan gets to serenade us with a song. Jordan, take it away.
Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Mug of Wisdom!
drink.
Mug of wisdom. Finish that bravado. Chris. Tud. Obert. Popcorn and other animals. Mug of wisdom.
All right, Jordan, Wreck My Podcast. Check him out there. Thank you very much. Honk, 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 honk. Man of People, Obert.
Honk, 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 honk.
Thanks, Jordan. I'm going first this week. I got a handle I'm very excited about, and it wasn't even a Christmas present.
What?
But
Well, there you go.
this was a Christmas present to myself. This was from shout out to the Outside In podcast and their tips on winter activities for this handle of mine. And they turned me onto this company called the Magic Puzzle Company that makes 1,000-piece puzzles. And
Are they magic
started
puzzles?
They are magic puzzles.
You rub them and they turn into like genies?
Well, I'm not going to spoil the magic just yet, but they started on Kickstarter. They have bajillion 5-star ratings. If you're someone who occasionally does a jigsaw puzzle, they bring it to the next game. They pride themselves. They're very well made pieces, which if you're a jigsaw puzzler, that's important. Really fun, clever designs, and not just a very standard, boring, everyday puzzle. This ain't no dollar store puzzle. This is a good puzzle. I think all their puzzles are 1,000-piecers, and but the really cool thing about them, and I'm not gonna spoil too much, but there's a magical surprise waiting for you at the end of the puzzle.
It's a genie.
It may or may not be a genie. But if this at all sounds interesting to you, maybe skip ahead 30 seconds. But the puzzle will more or less transform into a new thing.
Does it transform into a picture like every other puzzle?
It does, but also more. There's a hidden secret in the puzzle that you unlock as soon as you finish it. But it's $20, I think, on Amazon. I saw one of them on sale for 17. A 1,000-piecer normally that's a good weekend, or maybe you leave it on your table for a week or two while you're putting pieces in. But I binged this puzzle, finished this one right in. This is how I spent my New Year's Eve at 11:50. I was okay, I'm very close. I finished it 1 a.m. doing this puzzle. So
I still have yet to build a puzzle.
Ever in your life?
Never I've built the kids puzzles. I think we had this conversation already in the podcast, but I've never built a normal 1,000-piece, 2,000-piece, 500-piece puzzle.
All right. Well, if you've never done one before, I recommend 750 as a good puzzle piece number to start at, because you get over that initial wall of there being too many pieces pretty quick, and you get to the fun part where you're I know exactly what to do, where all these pieces are going. But 1,000, it's a little bit more difficult, but this one was so much fun. And there's they have a lot of fun little jokes. You're look at what this guy on this piece is doing, because it's a big collage and there's tiny little people on it. But I think Tud, that you and your wife would really enjoy doing one of these puzzles. So Valentine's Day is around the corner.
Maybe it's I've built models and stuff like that before, and I've built the wooden puzzles you can buy. I actually have one sitting on my desk of a calendar circle.
Oh, I thought that was a Millennium Falcon.
So did I.
No, it's a calendar. It's an actual moving calendar, pieces move and stuff. But I've never built an actual jigsaw puzzle.
Very cool. Then my handles for you, someone with multiple preschool kids and several cats. Probably not the handle for you. If you know anyone who's in that demographic, probably wouldn't steer them towards this handle. But for those of you without multiple cats and or children, this I had just had so much fun. This was a great activity. Check it out. The Magic Puzzle Company. I think it's magicpuzzlecompany.com. Google it. They just are going to tell you to go to Amazon to buy it anyway. So why Google it? I'll put the link in the show notes. That's what we do on this show.
There you go.
So yeah. Okay, Tud, what did you get for Christmas? I mean, what's your handle? Well,
my handle this week is going to be the new Spider-Man movie. Went and saw it over the weekend. Great movie. Hard to discuss it in great lengths without spoiler alerts. So I'm going to do my best, though. Takes place after the first two Spider-Man movies and after the three Avenger movies that Tom Holland has played Spider-Man in. And it's, I don't know, it's the storyline is all connected. It goes through everything.
What's the name of the movie that your handle is?
So it is, I think it's No Way Home, right? Solid question.
Spider-Man, the Spider of Many Men.
The new Spider-Man movie.
The new Spider-Man movie.
So it's called. So this Spider-Man movie is called No Way Home. It's the sequel to the Spider-Man. I think it's close to. Hang on. I like how your question threw me off.
I'm sorry. I'm just like we can't go this whole episode calling it the new Spider-Man movie.
No. So all right. So it's called Spider-Man No Way Home. It's the sequel to 2019's Spider-Man Far From Home, which in turn was the sequel to the original Spider-Man Homecoming. It's really good. It might be. I think it's. I'm a big fan of the first two original Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. I think that Tobey Maguire was better than Andrew Garfield. To me, Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man.
Yes, correct. This movie makes it so I think Tom Holland is the perfect guy to play Spider-Man. This is the movie where he claims that throne as he is the Spider-Man. He improved upon everything that was done in the first two, the original Tobey Maguire ones. Andrew Garfield was never really that good anyways, so nothing really to improve on there. He was better in his first one. But there's some throwbacks to prior Spider-Man movies, like Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. There's throwbacks to the Avenger movies. That's interesting because these movies are made by Sony. Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man and rents out Spider-Man to Disney for the Avenger movies. So the agreement is that in every Spider-Man movie, Disney has to lend out a character to Spider-Man, to Sony to use in their Spider-Man movie. And vice versa, when Spider-Man is lent out to Disney, obviously he has to be in the movie for a certain amount of time. He has to play a certain role. So that's the unique agreement. And this is the last movie in the deal between Sony and Disney. So nobody really knows if there's going to be another deal struck. I would think it is. But Spider-Man, this Spider-Man No Way Home is... it's going to break all types of records. It's the only movie that people have gone and seen in 2 years. It's the only thing that's had hype. It's the only thing that's gone directly into the movies, basically, and not been released on streaming devices. So, go check it out.
I feel like the new James Bond also kind of fits into that category, too.
Wasn't that on streaming devices, though? I watched it at my house.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go to the movie theater
I take
for
it
that.
back. I take it back.
The other one but even Dune was released, for a time on
HBO.
Yeah. So I think this is the first one. There's no way you can't watch any of the Spider-Man movies. Any of the 6 now Spider-Man movies on any streaming platform. For whatever reason, Sony doesn't have a streaming platform.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. And so that was I recommend going to watch it. Go grab some popcorn. Go get a nice big cup of soda. Sit down, socially distance from people in the movie theater, and watch Spider-Man. It's been out for a couple weeks now. It's breaking all types of records. It's going to make more than most movies ever dream about making.
Yeah.
I do recommend going to see it, Obert, if you get a chance.
Yeah, I have to watch the first 2, I think.
They're really good. Like I said, he's excellent as Spider-Man.
I know that. I just I haven't made the time. But
I watched Spider-Man 1 a long time ago.
Homecoming?
The Tobey Maguire one?
Tobey Maguire. That's
Okay.
the last Marvel movie I've seen. Is
Wow.
Spider-Man 1.
Okay.
I don't even think I saw. Wait, which one was Doc Ock in?
Now, keep in mind, folks, when
Okay, I
Chris
see the
gives
second
you
one then.
movie recommendations, this is all context that you should be considering.
Correct. Chris does not
Hey,
watch cinema.
I walked in and my wife was watching this movie, and I caught the last 2/3 of, which I'm going to make my handle.
No, those are TV shows, and they were good. Wait,
So
did I
maybe
do
you
a
should
movie?
try to watch a movie.
Oh, well, okay. So, fun fact: I have a movie as a handle today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, here you go. Here's the mug.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, for those of you that may have kids, there's a new Disney movie out. No. Okay. So there's a new Disney movie out, but it's very
you
good.
son of
it's very
You
good.
son of a bitch. You
No,
tricked us.
okay.
I thought you
It's
had
a
actually
real
watched like
movie.
a real movie.
No, of course not. Like, no, but this is like one of those movies like Moana, where it's like made for me instead of like a children. And I'm sure y'all have heard of it, but Encanto, have you guys seen or watched or Encanto?
I
yet?
have not heard of this movie.
Oh no. Okay.
I have heard of it. Caitlin, I think, just finished it today.
Oh really? Nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much.
I didn't watch it, so
Oh, you didn't watch it. Okay. You said Caitlin finished it today?
correct. Yeah, I did. I did not
Gotcha.
watch it. She started watching it yesterday during football, and then finished it today, and I didn't get to watch a single second of it.
Okay, well, it's I really enjoyed it. So I mean, of course we have young kids, but we put it on all the time, and it's really good. I mean, it's about a family in Colombia. I don't know exactly what the time frame is. It's not really a time frame. Disney movie. And the family is gifted with magical powers, and it kind of tells the story of one of the younger of the. Not the youngest, but one of the youngest of the cousins of this family, and the turmoil that goes through it.
The Encantos?
No, the Madrigal family. And it's really, really good. It's your typical Disney movie with a bunch of really catchy songs, but the songs are written and produced by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is just a musical genius. So the songs are all catchy. It of course has one of those tear-jerking endings, as there always is, and it's really good. I mean, I really enjoy it. The soundtrack is super, super catchy as well. Catch yourself listening to it, much like when Moana came out, much like when Frozen came out, much like when Frozen. So it's like,
Or some of your other musical handles.
maybe I'm becoming the music guy. That's what I think it is. But no, it's really good. Especially if you like Disney movies, which, listen, we're all adults, but I still enjoy Disney movies. I think a lot of us do. It's worth checking out. So check out Encanto. It's worth watching, and then I guaranteed the songs will get stuck in your head because they're very good. And but it's a good movie. I like it. Probably watch it tomorrow. But there you go. See, look, I watched a new movie. That's like newer than Homeward Bound Spider-Man.
No,
We're
it's
very
not.
proud of you.
No, it's not, is it? I don't know
Yeah,
if
it came
is.
out like I don't know, the other day.
Oh.
I honestly don't know. It's on Disney Plus. That's all I know. It's on Disney Plus. There you go. Homeward Spider-Man Encanto edition.
Well, with that, we'd like to thank you all for listening. We'd like to thank the breweries who provided today's beers. I will go first and thank Athletic Brewing Company for their Run Wild non-alcoholic IPA.
I would like to thank Wooden Robot for Juice Island and Craft Handler for coming and hanging out with me there. That was awesome.
Yeah, and I want to thank Four Quarters Brewing LLC for their Space Face.
Please make sure you head over to all social media and follow us at DAWF Podcast. # follow the email at dawfpodcast@gmail.com. Also, please make sure you head over to Discord and join the conversation over there with fans of the show. And also, please make sure you head over to the Apple iTunes store or the Apple Podcast app and subscribe and leave a 5-star rating and a review. Also, please head over to Patreon if you like our episodes and you want some more of us. There are short little 20-30 minute episodes over there. Chris will be publishing one and putting it out there this week. So this is my reminder for him to do that. And with that, Thank you very much. My name's Tud.
My name's Chris.
And I'm Obert. And remember, if you're drinking alone, do it with friends.
Have you guys played the Spider-Man video game?
You mean Spider-Man, the video game, the new one?
Correct.
No, I haven't heard about that one. Is it good?
It is pretty good. Yeah, it came out on PS4.
And the new consoles.
And PlayStation 5. There's the Miles Morales expansion pack for it. It's pretty good. I recommend it.
Nice.